Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. Really hope that you are all well at the moment and coping with our situation that we're all finding ourselves in at the moment. It's a pretty weird one, isn't it? Don't know about you, but it feels very, excuse me, eerie. And just weird, really. That's the only word I can use to describe it. Just generally very weird. So I thought I'd do something a little weeny bit different this week and just ask the cards to kind of ask. I just want to ask them for us, as a group, or in general, what we might need to know about our current challenges. I'm not asking the cards to predict when this might end or what outcomes of this might be. So I feel like that's appropriate, really. But just asking us for a little bit of guidance as to what we might need to know and how the cards could help us to kind of cope with the challenges that we have going on. So I'm going to have a little shuffle. I'm just going to put down a couple of cards first of all to try and just help us with the challenges that we currently have and any guidance that the tarot can give us about this this current dealing with what we're having to deal with. So let's have a look and see what we have. So first of all, I could have sworn that this card would arrive. So there we go. Temperance, patience, patience, and be gentle. So be gentle with yourself, be gentle with one another, be kind, be mindful. There's a lot of stuff going on in the press at the moment and on the TV and stuff about the whole scenario that we're in at the moment, and whether we're going to be locked down, whether we're not locked down, whether people are staying in, people are going out. Be mindful, be generous, be kind to your fellow human beings. There are fellow human beings who are vulnerable, and we need to look after those people now, because that's what they need. And as a human race, we have a duty of care to those people, whether they be the elderly, disabled, vulnerable, people with illnesses, whoever those people are. We need to be mindful. This is an opportunity that the universe has given us to show that actually we can be humanitarian and that we can be caring and generous and kind to one another. This sort of situation can bring out the best in people, or not. And why not be one of the people that it brings out the best in you? We're all kind of spiritual people here. Let's all get together and help each other, be kind to each other. I mean, there are things on Facebook at the moment that are really quite depressing, and I'm trying to flick by those. But there are groups that have come up on Facebook that are local volunteers helping people that can't get out, people that are generously, donating their time to go and pick up medication for people or go and pick up a loaf of bread for somebody. All those things, those tiny little small gestures. People offering to maybe call an elderly person, so they've got a friendly voice at the end of the phone once a week to have a chat for half an hour. You know what? That can go miles in terms of helping somebody to cope with what they're coping with now. So here we go. Temperance, opportunity to be kind and an opportunity to be generous. And I'm just going to ask if there's any further guidance. And also patience, this will end. All things end. All things come to an end. All things are cyclical. It will not be this way forever. So, know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just going to put down, see if there's any further guidance that the tarot would like to give us about our current challenges. Knight of Cups. Love each other. This is I'm actually feeling quite emotional saying that to you, but this feels like this is an opportunity for us to love each other. Yes, there are loads and loads of things going on at the moment that are really worrying and really scary. Um, Reach out to your loved ones, speak to your loved ones, love your loved ones. You know, I'm probably quite normal in that or maybe I'm not, I don't know. But, I speak to my mum most days, but I just generally have a chit chat with her. But I'm actually ending each call with love you now, because I think it's really important that we express that to each other. And we're all British, aren't we? Oh, well, some of us are American on here, and if you're somewhere else in the world, bear with me, because I'm British and this is what we tend to do. It's all very stiff upper lip. We don't tend to express that emotion very often. For some reason, we find it uncomfortable. Now, actually being able to say love you, and it's your mum, for goodness sake. But sometimes we just don't, we take it all for granted, don't we? We take that person for granted. We see, yes, of course we love them, but we see them a lot, and we don't really take it in. We don't really sort of put that in perspective and just think, what would happen if I couldn't see my parents for 3 months, or my brother for 3 months and stuff. Well, that's where we are now. If you're in a vulnerable group, you probably won't see their face in face-to-face contact for a little while. So say what you need to say, speak your truth, love each other. That's what the Knight of Cups is all about. This is all about you being kind and gentle and loving each other, and loving yourself as well. Nurture yourself. We're on this I'm kind of in self-isolation because I have a chronic medical condition, so I'm wouldn't be sensible for me to be out and about at the moment, even if I could get out and about myself. So I'm in that position. I try very hard to have a structure, to have a plan for the day, make myself a list, tick things off. Give yourself some downtime. If you were out and about, you'd get on your train, go to work the morning, have a break, have a coffee, work some more, have your lunch. It would be structured. So make yourself a structure for your home working. If you're not able to work from home but you're still at home, make yourself a structure. Give yourself things to do. Find one thing to do every day that makes you laugh, even if it's just watching a YouTube video that's funny. That all those sort of things, have a plan, and kind of stick to your structure. Do one thing for yourself every day that makes you laugh. Do one thing for yourself that makes you feel better. Do one thing for yourself that you'll be glad you did at the end of the day, even though you might not enjoy it, like the washing up or the ironing or some other cruddy job that we don't really like. Take a moment and clear up one tiny area. I'm not saying do it all day. Just set aside, do one drawer, clear out one cupboard. Something that makes you feel like you're clearing and you're cleansing can really, really be helpful at this sort of time. So I'm just going to lay down a Brian card to go with our lovely 2 cards to just give us a little bit of guidance, about what he thinks about next week. Because I don't want to neglect next week. And just see what he's got to say. That's what Brian's got to say. Perfect. Determination. We've got to dig deep now, and we have to plough on. So it says, don't let this get the better of you. Keep going. Don't take no for an answer. Best foot forward and all that. Like I say, this can bring out the best in us, or it can bring out the worst in some people. Of course it does. But here's Brian is really giving it to you, both barrels. Get stuck in, be determined. We can beat this thing. We absolutely can beat this thing, and we can come out the other side of it and be stronger, and hopefully come out the other side of it and really appreciate what we had before we went into this blooming scenario. And really appreciate the friends, the family, the people we have around us, our jobs, the people over the road, all of that stuff, things that we probably took for granted or didn't even notice. it can be really, really powerful if we can embrace this, move forward, and kind of just, you know, I don't know, I feel a bit like Winston Churchill now, but you know, just being that determination, getting that determination, and we are going to win this thing in the end, and we will get there. So chin up, folks, I think is what I'm saying, with determination. I hope that's helped a little bit. I just wanted to do something a little bit different this week, so I hope that's okay with everybody. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you would just like me to put up a couple of cards for the week because you feel like you've missed out on a card for the week, pop a comment in the thing below, and I'm here all week, so we can maybe do another video tomorrow on the next day to give us some more cards to just look at the weekly energy. If you would prefer that, it's not a problem. Just let me know. I'll be happy to do that for you. In fact, I may do that anyway, but you know, just feel free to drop a comment below. If you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would subscribe to my channel if you like this sort of thing, that would be great. Take care, everybody. Stay safe and well, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.